G'day guys, it's Matt from HOKA Australia, and today we're going to be going for a jog in the new Clifton 8 and the new Rincon 3, and I'm going to be telling you my thoughts on what shoe is going to be better for you and just the fundamental differences between the two shoes. So let's go. Woo! Initial thoughts are they're really soft. I don't know if it's because my old Cliftons are pretty cooked or whether these are nice and new, but initial feeling is a very similar rocking motion to the Clifton 7s, but just a little bit softer. So for easy jogs like this, I definitely think that box is ticked. Let's see how they go when I pick up the pace. Just done an easy Rincon. The Cliftons will swap over to the Rincons now and see how they feel any different.
That look good.
In a good way for racing, I feel. It feels a bit firmer than the Clifton 2, but I think lightness is the main thing. And definitely a lot more responsive and bouncy than the old old Rincons. Definitely softer through the midfoot and a bit springier on the toe off. So go for another jog and let's test them out. We're out here bouncing around the Rincon 3s now. Straight off the bat, when you're running in them, the first thing you're going to notice is how much lighter it is on your feet. I'm not going to get run over. It honestly feels as light as an athletic spike. And then the biggest upgrade I feel running in this compared to the Rincon 2 is the new foam just seems to be a little bit more lively, especially under the midfoot as you toe off. It just seems to be giving me a little bit more back. So I think for that threshold sort of work, track work, and for the triathletes running off the bike, I think the shoe is going to be a good upgrade. If you don't want to run in a carbon-plated shoe, the Rincon's definitely going to be, with the Mach 4, definitely going to be an option for you.
The Rincon and the Clifton have always sort of gone hand in hand for me. I do so much of my daily easy jogging in a Clifton. It's a shoe I always turn to for my easy runs when I'm just feeling a little bit cooked. I'm looking for a little bit more of the cushion sort of ride on my easy jog. And the Rincon's my everyday workout shoe. I'm a big fan of not training in a carbon plated shoe. I find I pull up quite sore after running in a carbon plated shoe, so I try and avoid it unless it's race week. So to have a new bouncier Rincon is going to be fantastic. The main difference between these two shoes is the Rincon is obviously lighter. Comes in at just 210 grams compared to the Clifton 8's 250 grams. Clifton 8 is lighter than the old Clifton 7, and both shoes have more carbonized rubber on the bottom of them compared to their predecessors. So durability across the board has improved. The Clifton though is still going to last you a fair amount longer than the new Rincon. The Clifton 8 has a thicker tongue configuration compared to the Clifton 7. It just sort of ensures that greater and more comfortable lockdown across the top of your foot. The same can be said about the Rincon. It has a new anatomical tongue configuration. It's super thin, there's really not much to it. It's just designed to stop laces rubbing across the top of your foot and save as much weight as possible. Already talked about how the new shoes feel slightly softer, and in the Rincon's case slightly more responsive, and this is due to new foam compounds respectively for each shoe. Both shoes retain a 5mm heel to toe drop as seen in previous models, and this just means you really can swap straight out of a Clifton straight into the Rincon, whether it be on interval day or race day. These two shoes are so similar but slightly different enough to be used for their respective purposes. Since first trying on the Rincon, I've been a massive massive fan of it. I always say that it's the most underrated HOKA shoe in their range, and I believe the new Rincon 3 is a step in the right direction for people who may have found the old Rincon just a little bit firm. This new shoe is definitely going to feel a lot more responsive than the Rincon 2 and ties into the softness and durability of the Clifton 8.